All right, what is up, everybody? So welcome to this edition of Hey Rob. Yesterday, I was unfortunately unable to do the Fan Mail Monday, which has become a bit of a tradition, and we've developed our own little family. We get the same people always on the chat, same people calling in. It's pretty awesome. I love it. And last time it went really well because we actually opened the dialogue a lot more. Actually, it was on Friday. Um, we opened the dialogue quite extensively, and we ended up discussing a lot of cool things, not just answering fan questions, and that was really really freaking awesome. I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday to answer some more questions, but we got a lot going on right now with the band, which is what I want to talk about. Um, you see, I love that you say that, Cody. So welcome to you guys in the chat right now. We got Alice Durnell, as usual. We got Denise Tibet. I don't know if I've seen you before, but welcome to the show. We got Miranda Weiss. Hi, Miranda. We got Alexi Barnes. We got Being Awesome 22. We got Cyrus 7009. Odd timing today, he says. Yes, we have odd timing today, and that is because it's like fairly unscheduled. I knew I wanted to do one today, but it's all good. It's all good because we were supposed to do it yesterday, and usually we do it at a certain time. It's right around 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, so you guys can usually expect that almost every week. We'll see how it goes on the road. I'm going to try to stay on it as much as I can, but it can be difficult to find a good Wi-Fi source, things like that. So Mondays and Fridays, that's usually going to be my go-to. So Monday, we all start the week together, and we talk about what happened over the weekend, what's going on in the future in the week. And then we look back on Friday. We look back on the week before we all go out and have some fun. So that's why usually I try to do those days. I don't have a real work schedule. Every day's Friday, every day's Monday for me, every day's Sunday, every day's Monday. So it is what it is. But if any of you would like to join me on Skype today and not be shy like some people, Melissa, just send me a message and I will gladly bring you on to answer whatever questions you might have. If you want to ask me some stuff in the chat, fire away. Last time we got into an amazing debate over freaking the Bible and hurricanes and stuff. Like it wasn't a debate. We weren't trying to convince the other of anything. We were simply having a discussion and kind of interpreting things like this. So there you go. So Austin, are you already on the Skype? You trying to get in? Well, is that Cameron Austin? You there? Yeah, Cameron Austin. Well, send me a message on the Skype. I should not be away right now. Let me see. Let me change my status. Yep, online. There you go. So message me on the Skype and I'll bring you on. So there you go. Please welcome Eric Cruz to the show. Eric Cruz is a friend of mine. We talk about the Bible now. It's pretty awesome. And I'm going to be fighting him, and we're going to be enemies in the ring, but we're going to be friends outside of it. And he's going to be a bit of my sponsor when I go on this tour to make sure I stay on the straight and narrow. So I'll get to one right away. Alice Durnell asked me, what is your hardest song to play live? I don't know, actually. Okay. The answer is very simple. The hardest song to play live for me is always the first song. Why? Because I'm not warmed up. My hands hurt, they're cramping, maybe my muscles aren't ready for it. I didn't warm up enough backstage, and no matter what I do, my legs are never ever warmed up enough. So I always go on stage just feeling real tight and tense, and the adrenaline overwhelms sometimes. So it takes like half a song to really get into it. So the first song that we play is always the hardest, and 10 times out of 10, it's also a hard song in general to play, no matter where it is in the set. We usually will start with something that's just fucking right up from the get-go. We play some heavy boom, fucking balls to the wall, not fuck around. So we go straight to that. So it's usually something like Ungrateful or Just a Memory or This War Is Ours or something that's more aggressive, which requires a lot of fucking movement, and that makes me fucking, it's just a lot to ask that quickly in the set. So yeah, that's usually the first song. Damn, I could talk, right? Eric, welcome to the Patreon family. Just go ahead and get on Skype, download the Skype. You already know the deal. Get on there and you know, whenever you want to come on there, you just fucking add me. But Austin Death Row, if you are not already in Skype, you're gonna have to text me, or you're gonna have to message me on Patreon. That's what I'm using Patreon. So I'll explain one more time real quick. I know most of you know this, but for those of you that don't, patreon.com/heyrob. It's at the bottom of the screen there. That's where you go and you sign up. It's only $5. I did away with all the other stuff. I still have incentives. So Cody, for example, Cody won a drum head, and it's on its way. So he won a drum head. I signed it. It's getting sent out to him. You know, several people have signed up to you know, where you get drumsticks, and you don't have to stay signed up. If you sign up for the higher ones where you get cool things like drumsticks or a chance to win a grand prize, like a fucking signed drum head that was used on the last record. And Yoali, who won the first month, she won the shirt that I wear on stage all the time. That's very, you know, connected to me. And she won that the first month. So even if you sign up for that, you don't have to stay there. The next month you could just drop down, you get your sticks and you either sign and you feel stoked. You could drop down to the regular $5 one and it's cool. So there you go. But sign up there, then message me your Skype name. I'll message you. If you want to join me on Skype, just do that. And that's how I add you into the Skype caller list. So there you go. And Cameron is one of them. So Cameron, you can call in if you want. You're in fucking New Zealand, right? You can fucking call me right now. Totally cool. But for now, I will answer your question. Any further hints to anything in regards to new album? I heard Craig was recording vocals again the other day. Oh, mate, you're at work. Cody, we'll see you next time, dude. At least you made it this far. Yeah, so the making of the album has been fairly chaotic. It's been a bit disorganized because we've been unhappy with a lot of things. We've been unhappy with the way mixing has turned out and taking a long time going back and redoing songs and things like that. So the process has been very like weird and mixed up, and just it hasn't been just like, all right, here's a song, let's go record them and let's tweak the mix, which is usually the case. So this time around it's been a little bit more difficult. So we've gone and we've added songs, and now we're talking about even adding another song and things like that. So I mean, for me, if you ask me, the songs are never done. There's always little adjustments and tiny little changes we can make to make the song better. Maybe you said a word weird. Maybe this guitar needs to be a little louder. Maybe we extend this part. I could do that forever. So at some point, the record label just says, guys, we're fucking putting this out. Let's get it out there and let's do it. You know, it's never on us. We're never satisfied. So as of right now, you know, the record should be done this week. Hopefully we can announce something for you. But again, I can't say with 100% certainty. What I can say with certainty, though, however, is that we are going on tour starting on the 20th. So I believe we're just over a week away now. And that's pretty exciting. I've been drumming all day. I'm feeling almost back, probably like 75%, another hour or two on the drums, and I'll be ready to go on stage. And yeah, it's fucking gonna be awesome. I was talking to TJ this morning, and we're stoked to get back on stage. Obviously, this time around is gonna be very difficult for me, this will be my first real legitimate long tour away from my children. So that's going to be a very big challenge for me. I am already missing them, So speaking of that, what, are the babies here?
No, here without them.
You
Just
left the
kidding.
babies?
Yes, we're here.
Can I bring one in to show the fans?
Do you want Miley?
We could do either baby. The one that looks like me or the one that looks exactly like me. So yeah, this will be my first real tour without my kids, man. So that's going to be a struggle, obviously. Yun's coming to Pennsylvania. I don't know, but I could tell you. Let me check out the tour dates.
Who is that?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Say hi. Look, you're live for the world. This is Miley. She still needs some hair, but she's still cute, though. So, let me see. The tour dates. We got... Wait, you're just going to leave her here? She's going to be messing with a microphone? Pennsylvania. I'm looking for Pennsylvania. Wow, we got such a long tour, and I don't think we are playing Pennsylvania. Oh, yes, we were playing Stroudsburg, PA. No idea where that is. Playing Philadelphia, which is pretty close to Pennsylvania. Philadelphia is Pennsylvania, actually. Yeah, so there's a few right there. We will be playing Pennsylvania. And if we're playing parts of Ohio are close enough, too. Cleveland, I think, is a short drive. So there you go. And this one's Miley, and this one's Molly right here. Say hi, baby.
Can you say hi?
Say hi. Oh my cuteness. Yep, I got twins. It's crazy. This is Molly and Miley.
Molly's waving.
Look at that, she's drumming. Oh, let's move the microphone a little bit. Yeah, this is crazy. My babies. How was your day? They're cute, right? What do their shirts say? Nothing.
Probably fine.
No. Really?
She told
And then what happened? Nothing? They actually had a play date today with Jordan's kids. Jordan has twins also. They're a month or 2 months older.
like 2.5 months.
2.5 months older, so yeah. Game over Kayla says hello.
Hi.
So there you go. Alrighty, take them, because look at this. And that microphone, she's going to break it. I guarantee she breaks it.
Okay.
Say bye, baby. They just need a little more hair, and they'll be good to go. Got them? Oh, my gosh. Don't trip over that cord, and the dogs... Oh, my gosh. It's gonna ruin everything.
Say bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy. We'll see you
Bye,
next Sunday.
babies. Alrighty, so, yeah. Not going to be too long on here because this was a little unplanned. So there you go.
I just walked by it and she automatically...
Can you hear that? I wonder if they could hear that.
Hit it, Miley.
She's hitting my drums. I got my drum set up right here. She's bashing on a very condensed version of my drum kit. So yeah, let me see. Emmett, you're on live for the first time. Hell yeah. Maybe Tuesday should be a new thing. Game over Kayla. Well, the wife's gone. You guys are so curious. What does she look like? Cameron, what happened to the Q&A thing happening yesterday? There's a lot of work to be done, man. I'm as I just said, heading out to tour next week, so I haven't had a lot of time to spend with my family and Monday Night Football and all that stuff, and I was playing drums until way late, and it was taking a lot of calls, so I had to spread my drumming out over the course of a fucking 5 hours, and overall I got about 1 hour in of drumming because it was just on calls, and we're having a lot of I don't want to say fights or battles with the label, but we're we're on different pages on a couple things. So we're trying to really formulate a good game plan and come to an agreement. And it takes a lot of work, and you do argue, though. You do like get heated and you're emotional because it's dealing with your music and your life and things like that. So it can be a challenge at times. And yesterday that's what we were dealing with, and I even woke up at freaking 2:30 in the morning, and I was texting my label owner pretty much all day since 2:30 in the fucking morning. So I lose sleep over this shit because it's like you start to think, wow, if this doesn't go my way, I'm gonna have to look for a new career. And I don't know how to do fucking anything besides fucking hit things and fucking, I don't know, write, fucking rhyming, bouncy words in a rhythm. You know what I mean? That's all I know how to do. So, yeah, you get stressed out. Kayla, since you are on, message me if you want to come on Skype for a moment whenever you like. She just messaged me as I'm saying that. Isn't that amazing? And I'm on delay, so she actually messaged me before she heard me say that. All right, Kayla, you're fucking on. Let's do this. Because we ruined your last call. You had some fitness questions, and we ended up talking about fucking... turn down the show. Put some headphones on or something. You there? Oh,
Yeah.
She's there. Oh, Lord, you are fucking loud in my ear. I'm going to turn you down just a bit. No freaking... What did you call it last time? The beanie? What would you call it?
Toboggan.
A toboggan.
Yeah, because like when it comes to when I call it a beanie, I think of like one of those hats with the propellers. So I've always called it a toboggan.
What the fuck? Like a fucking Donald Duck thing or something? Like,
yeah, something weird like that.
Wow, you're weird. All right, well, actually, I forgot to bring you onto the show. There you go. Boom, we got her. Kayla, back as always. Pan to your fucking right a little bit. That way.
Okay, my first question is
Pan your camera this way just a little bit. You're
wait,
like
which?
right there.
Right here?
Good to go.
Okay.
So anyways,
right.
go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, it's more about the babies. And
Wonderful.
yeah, exactly. When you're a parent, you like talking about your kids. So like when you go on tour, I know how kids can do things just, really fast, and what is it like coming back from a tour and seeing the new things they've done? Just the new, like, how does that make you feel? Like, obviously,
that's kind of the point I was making earlier. This will be the first real time that will happen for me. Where there will be some significant time and significant change. While we were recording the album and stuff, while I was out in LA, they would still visit me, once a week. I think the longest stretch was 2 weeks, and I would still go home. And then we did a 10-day tour, so it was about a week and a half. And still, I would go home and see them for like a week. So it wasn't too drastic when those particular times. But
see, how old are they now? I'm sorry to.
No, they're 10 months tomorrow.
Well, see, okay, my cousin, she had an issue with the boyfriend, her baby daddy, whatever, and she came and stayed about a month ago with me. The baby was 8 months old, I want to say, and she hasn't cut a tooth yet. And I gave her, there's some beads, I don't know if you've seen them, but it's a necklace a parent wears, and then the babies, they can chew on it. I gave her the ones from Layla, boiled them and stuff, and she actually cut her first tooth within 3 days of staying here, and then she went back home, and from Layla, Layla kind of reverted backwards, and she was crawling because of the baby, but the baby learned to crawl. It started standing up, holding on to chairs and stuff, just because she was trying to mock Layla, and it's like, even though it's not that long a time, they,
Well, that is the thing that's really difficult, is because at their particular age, the momentous occasions, what do you call those? The fucking, I don't know. Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
I know, I say the steps, but there's
a word. There's a word for it.
Exactly.
Like the achievements. That's not the word, but there's like a milestones.
I have to Google it later and get back to you.
There, it's milestone. There we go. Yeah. So when the milestones at their age are far more significant and very quick,
Yes.
So it's like, between their first fucking day at school and the end of elementary school, they all kind of intertwine a little. They grow slowly over that stretch. But between their first day and their first year,
Oh, it's
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's
It
insane.
is.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm scared of that stuff. Miley is ready to walk. She stood up for like a full minute just chilling,
Oh,
So she does a thing where she climbs on stuff. That's done. That's she's been doing that. But today she like stood there and like just hung out for a little bit. I was like, wow, like not just standing up anymore. Now she's actually can maintain her balance. So she's gonna be ready to take a couple steps. And
exactly.
I have less than a week before I go on tour. And I know the fucking first day I'm going to get a call when I land or a video and it's going to be her first steps. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, at least your wife's good enough to like record that. I didn't have things to record it, and Jesse lost a lot of time, with Layla growing, and it's like it took her about she's about a year and 3 months before she started walking.
wow.
But man, it's like once she started walking, it was like walk, walk, then just running. And now she can. I mean, she'll be two the 17th of this month, and she's counting to six. If you use curse words, she likes to.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of YouTube, and instead of learning the nice stuff, she actually told my grandma "f you" the other day, and it
Wow.
wasn't "f you," it was yeah, and
Well, it's because the thing with words like that is they're attention grabbing. You know they're different. You know they
yes.
stand out. So their mind is gonna capture that. So I mean,
It
to
yes.
go back to
And the
your
bigger deal, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the
no,
bigger
you're good.
deal you make of them saying that word, it's like more fun for them. So I
Oh
try not
yeah.
to like, pressure it, like whip her for it. She doesn't understand, but it's like, it's kind of embarrassing when you go to the store and she's like, fuck it. And I'm like, or fuck you. And I'm like,
Oh yeah. See, in
yeah,
my family, they're pretty traditional, and it's like so because I'm Native American too, and that my dad's side of the family, it wasn't just like my dad that could whoop my ass. It was my grandfather and all my aunts and uncles and my grandmother and fucking other uncles and cousins and aunts that all live in the same fucking reservation because we all knew each other. We were a real
exactly.
community, and so it was fair game. Fuck, child's out of line, you fucking handle that. So yeah, I
Exactly.
grew up. I was a brat, but I couldn't like really do that kind of like there was like a definite type of respect, sort of like almost like on a mob type level, you know what I mean, where it's like
Yes.
the Godfather, you don't do that, you know what I mean. And so and my grandfather, one time I remember there's these things that they have during like ceremonies and stuff, and I was young and so I wanted to play with it, and I kept trying to grab it. He said no, stop, no. And in front of everyone, like I mean there's like hundreds of people, he fucking whooped my ass. And yeah,
Yeah.
I never lived that down. I learned real quick, you know what I mean. And so that's kind of how I was raised, with that sort of like, I don't know, it's not even like it's a brutal thing. It's just like when you're a kid you don't understand. It's hard to explain why you don't use those words, you know what I mean? So what
Exactly.
do you understand? If I say them, it's gonna hurt. So
Yes.
sometimes you got to implement it strategically. So I think that's a good debate discussion right there, because it's like, to spank or not to spank, I think.
Well, my grandmother's German. I have a lot of German in me, a lot of Indian, but that's the same way with the Germans. It's you definitely.
Indian, like this kind of Indian.
What's that?
Or like this Indian, or like this Indian.
Well, like, Cherokee, a lot of
Oh,
Cherokee,
so
and
you got one of the feather ear. This kind of Indian right here, like me.
so you're Cherokee?
No, I'm not Cherokee. I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm a Tigua.
oh,
Yeah, from
okay.
the southwest region. But yeah, this my daughters are actually both types of Indian. They're Indian like freaking over there, Middle East Indian. Like my
Oh,
wife
okay.
is like half like Middle Eastern or something like that, and then I'm Native American. But
I know.
anyway,
I wanted to see her. I wanted to see what your wife looked like.
yeah, she's actually like dressed because she went out today too. But anyways, like I think that's actually a interesting point. Like, dude, do you fucking spank them? Do you not? We actually got some moms in the chat too. What do you do? Do you whoop that child or what?
The way I do it, depending on what it is. Like today, she had taken, gosh, what was it? And she threw it in the toilet. It was like one of my makeups, and after that, it goes in the trash. I swatted her hand, not enough to like leave a mark, not enough to like, but just to let her know in very stern voice, like, no. But
Mm.
then there's certain times that she does bad things that it's like, I, I can't help but laugh, but I have to turn my back, because it's, you don't want to let, they think that's funny if you laugh. So I think at 2 years old, almost 2 years old, I think whipping is not, appropriate because I have spanked her before, not really hard, but then she'll go bad, Layla, and she'll whip her own butt, and I'm like, wow, I don't even have to do this no more. She whips herself, so
Yeah.
it's just crazy, but
I think there's a time and place. Like as like you just said, as they get older, at that point you can kind of explain things. You know what I mean? And
exactly,
sometimes you have no other option to just kind of. It's almost like when you see the fucking dog whisperer. You ever watch the dog whisperer, Caesar?
I have,
Right? He just like gets the
yeah,
dog and he like nips him in the neck, like, psst, but it's like it like stuns the dog, and he's like, what? Like, what's going on? He's not hurting the
yeah,
creature, but he'll just like shock its senses. To me, that's kind of what spanking does. It's just like, whoa, like, what? Whoa, what just happened? I'm like, don't do
yes.
that. Oh, don't do that. No,
It's
the
just
first word they're
hard.
gonna learn is no. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just hard though, because it's like it just depends. Some parents whip their kids for like silly stuff, and that's kind of teaching abuse later on. Like not abuse, but that's teaching. Break the cycle is the way I look
Yeah.
at it. And there's just certain times, you should use just the firm voice. I don't believe in screaming at the. I have my son. He's 10 years old and he won't do his homework, and I'm like, Damien, get your butt in here and do your homework. I'm not doing it, for you. There's just certain like
Yeah.
exception to everything, but it's rough. But so you said the one Miley, she's more ahead of the other one.
It's hard to say just ahead because I'm beginning to think that Molly is actually farther cognitively ahead, but she's figured out that if she just whines, she gets what she wants. She doesn't have to do anything. I'm beginning to think that because she definitely tricks us a lot. But yeah, Miley is far more. She's all over the place. She's running. She's standing. She's a lot more ahead. So it's kind of crazy. And when you started, you were asking about being gone and stuff. Honestly, I know I gotta go to work and I know I gotta do a bunch of stuff. I gotta support them. But yeah, dude,
Exactly.
I'm honestly like it's a rough job in that sense. And the problem with musicians, right, is that why we're all crazy is because you get, well, aside from the fucking drugs, right? You get like this opportunity to kind of live this dream, and then you're faced with the reality of if your dream is worth it, and it's an interesting thing to deal with. And as the older we get in the band, the more responsibilities we've taken on. And I want these responsibilities. You know what I mean? I,
Exactly.
I want a family. I want a house. I want cars. I want bills. I don't want to pay those bills, but I
Exactly.
but I want what comes with having them. And it's just comfort levels. Before, because I traveled so much, I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, who cares, dude? I don't want a nice car. I travel so much. It's just I don't use it.
Yeah.
I want to eat at this fucking crazy place or party with these celebrities. That's all I cared about. Now I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, there's
You're
got to be
just growing
something
up.
more. I've done it. I've done it. So now I'm
Yeah.
like, what's my next thing? And kids, whether you plan them or not, they're gonna happen. For a lot of people, right?
Well, I'm
Most
not gonna
people.
say mine were accidents, but they were definitely surprises, and I mean that just goes along with it. And like we were talking about last time, like you're 30, I'm 28, and we're getting at that age to where it's like, you, well, as a woman, it's harder. Whenever you get older, it's harder to have kids and stuff. And it's like nice that I'm at this age having my kids, but it's like, like TJ and Kevin don't have children, correct?
Yeah, they don't.
So see, it's easier for them to like be into the music, go on tour, I mean, they have girlfriends and stuff. I keep up with that. All their Instagram and stuff, but it's like for you and Craig, I could see it being harder because you have children, you have responsibilities.
Yes,
And I
absolutely.
know it'd be hard for me to leave my kids, but it's like you said, you're doing it for your children, and this it's what's best for them. And then working a regular job. I mean, obviously, you're getting paid more than the regular. I'm a
It
professional
depends.
economist.
It depends because like that is the biggest challenge. To be honest, the travel, I guess the time, right? That's gonna probably prove to be the biggest challenge.
Yes.
I watched a I'm not gonna let myself go off too off course, but I watched a documentary recently. It's called the Other F Word. It's probably like 10 years old or something, but it's follows the singer of Pennywise. If you ever listen to them, the punk
Yes.
band
Oh, yeah.
Pennywise,
The
and
punk. Right.
it follows all these aging punk rockers who just middle fingers, fuck everybody. I'm just doing my thing. I'm a fucking real
Like
punk
rancid.
rocker. And then next thing they know, they have kids, and they kind of have to raise them in this sort of fuck authority, but I'm gonna be your authoritarian here. You know what I mean? So it's like it was a weird thing to document that, and by the end of it, it follows mostly the singer of Pennywise, and at the end of it, he
So
quits
it's called the
Pennywise.
other F word, correct?
Yeah, it's really
Well, I'm
good.
gonna check
It's
that out.
pretty low budget and like kind of raw, but it's good. It's really good. And by the end of it, yeah, the singer Pennywise quits because he wants to be with his kids, and he was making decent money and everything, which goes to the point I was originally gonna say. It gets harder, because the money is never steady. It goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways. It's fucking all over the place. You never know. Depends on the
It's
song. Maybe we get a tour opportunity. We're about to do a huge fucking tour. This is going to
Oh, I'm
be
coming
in
too.
our scene. This is the biggest tour of the fall, and for us, we're actually taking a lot less money, like dramatically less money than we
Oh, that's
usually would, because it's like, all right, I Prevail's doing this tour, and we wanted to be able to play for their fans, and
that.
we had to make that decision. We had other offers to make way fucking more money, but we're like, no, we need to invest in the band. We need to play for new fucking fans. We got you guys that are watching right now. You guys are gonna come out. You support us, but
Yes.
we always need to attack the new generation, the fans that maybe have heard the name but don't know who we really are, what we're about. And we need to rock them so that they can be fans and they can become part of the family, and then they can be in the Escape the Fate world, and that's how you create a longevity. And so this time we had to take that cut, and we had to invest in ourselves and into our future. When you do that, you're fucking taking money out of your pocket. So,
Yes.
and if it's not taking a pay cut, when we make more money, like a headliner or whatever, now we have to have the choice of, wow, we could really go for good staging, and we could do this and lighting and have more crew so that everything runs more efficiently. We could do this or this. I need a new drum kit, and all this stuff costs fucking money. So I
Exactly.
could do all that and have an amazing show, and then come home broke and have nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? So it's like, and this happens at the highest level. I remember Panic at the Disco when they first blew up, back in like '06 or whatever. They blew the fuck up, and they they said all the money we made was only off merch, and they were doing arenas at that point. They're like, the money that we make is coming from merchandise only, because we take all that money, put it right back into our show, and that's why they got
Ex-
huge. And that's been our mindset for so long. But now it's like that challenge of kids. It's like
What
shit.
made
It's
me
crazy.
sad is when I went to the Hell Yeah, I showed you the concert tickets, and
Yeah.
I was so excited, and I was talking to certain people in the crowd, and I'm like, "Who are you guys here to see? Who are you excited for?" And I'm like, and all of them like, "Hell Yeah," and stuff, and I was like, "Well, I'm here for Escape the Fate," and like, never heard of them, and I'm like, "Oh no, like you're gonna so enjoy this, like
Yeah.
this is." this was amazing. And that was the first time seeing you guys. And then no or October 30th will be my second time.
It's awesome.
And it's exciting. And my son, this is hilarious. I just have to share this. He's 10 years old. One of his words for school is escape. And my grandmother goes, "Well, you probably don't know how to spell that word." And he
Oh,
spelled it
yeah, he
very
does.
correctly. He goes, "Because of Escape the Fate, Nanny." And he loves that song, Ashley. And he loves this war is ours. And like, I mean,
Yeah.
I them, and I thought that was really cool. And my daughter loves, Let Me Be. So I've got my kids, raising them right. So, and another question I had, because I know you
Oh
probably want to
wow,
go.
that was the answer to the first question. All of that.
Yes. But
That's
another
awesome.
one, what did you sign that beanie with? Was it like a
You
bleach skin?
you've been my fucking co-host this whole time, and I appreciate it. It's awesome.
Well,
Uh,
I would enjoy always being it.
Let me see. I'll find it. I should have it in here somewhere. Let me see. Where the fuck is it? There it is. I think. I hope. Nope. I don't know. There's like a fucking. Where the fuck is it? I have it here. I got like a little.
Because I'm gonna wear my Escape the Fate, or my guillotine shirt. It's one of your guys' first shirts. I have
Yeah.
it. It's really faded, but I wanted to bring it if I get to hang out with you guys, see you guys at all. I wanted you to be able to sign it, and I'm like, what do I
No,
need to buy?
we're always prepared. We always got something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. It was like a fucking gold. What is it? I
Yes.
know I got it here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I mean, the silver ones work just as well, but that gold one is sick though. I love that
I
sharpie.
know. I love that. I
It
was
is
like,
it's a
that's
sharpie. It's a sharpie though, but it worked
oh,
well
okay.
on the cloth, especially a fucking toboggan where it's like kind of ripply and shit, So
Yes,
it's crazy,
exactly.
man. I had that beanie since 2012 too. That's fucking crazy. All right, dude. Well, I'm gonna get to some of the questions that were in the chat, but before I let you go, though, there was one question that was asked to me, and I wanted your answer to this question as well, um, because I'm gonna answer it, and your name is Game Over Kayla, so
Yes.
I figure you have some good insights on this, and let me see. Jordan Messer. Ooh, that one's tough. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Jordan asked way earlier. Hopefully he's still on. If not, maybe he'll see it on the replay. He's asked, "Curious, but are you a gamer? And if so,
Me?
what's your
Are you?
system of choice?" So I'll go first because I'm very simple. I'm not a big gamer. I like video games though. I tend to stick to I don't know, pretty much the biggest games. Like I like Fight Night because I'm a big boxing fan.
Used
And
to love Fight Night.
oh,
I
dude,
would do
it's
those haymakers and just obliviate everyone.
dude. Once you get into like the online stuff and getting ranked and actually getting into championships, I got started getting gnarly for a while actually on it. That doesn't work. There's a couple of those fucking those type of fucking whatever you call them, the cheaters that throw like the same thing consistently, but they know it works. There's
Like
those,
Mortal Kombat.
yeah, there's those assholes. I'm one of those assholes on Mortal Kombat,
Me
which
too.
brings me to my next game is Mortal Kombat. I'm the
Yes.
fucking best at it. Not the newest one, but the one before that.
The
I was
one before Freddy Krueger, I used to be a baller.
Oh, dude, I even went downtown. There used to be a place on Fremont Street in Vegas called Insert Coins. It's one of those like it's a bar with like a video game, and I fucking destroyed everyone at the fucking bar too while drunk, and I just because I used that fucking tactic. All I would do was kick low, which they can't seem to block, and if they do block it, then I jump up and I smash them down, and they bounce, and then I can resume kicking them. Man, dude,
Well,
I got
was my choice, and he does that little like thing with his knives, like back and forth, just like like
yeah.
this up and down, and that was my like. It's over.
Dude, I used fucking Sub Zero and Scorpion. Just kept it real fucking basic, dude. I was
Yes.
I was undefeated on that game, but I like that, and I like the best game of all time to me, and the best franchise is Halo. So Halo
Okay,
is
that Halo is that is my favorite. The third one especially, but Halo is I love it. And Destiny It's similar to Halo, but it's like I really enjoyed that, but Halo always like that. I was like, I don't even know when the third one come out. I got my income tax, went out, bought me an Xbox 360, that game, and a game card, and
It's amazing.
literally they called me the Beast on it, and I would sit there like
Wow.
not long and just play.
The
I haven't played
beast.
in a long time. Yeah, because I would, when you get to play with the like rocket launchers with specialty
Oh
games,
yeah.
and this
Oh
hard,
yeah. Those were
I
my
would
favorite.
well, yeah, exactly. But I'd hide in this one place and I like got like 43 kills and they started calling me the beast. And then I added these guys to the, like, and we would go on at a certain time. We had our group and they were like, because most guys, it's sexist, but they'd be like, oh no, we have a girl on our team. And I'm like, honey,
Well,
you know,
see
I'm,
that, and that's the thing is my wife's always been like to my group of friends, they look at her as like one of the dudes, and
that's me.
maybe it's because like when I met her, I was instantly like, oh, that's the one, and it took me a couple years. She friend zoned me for a while, and yeah, yeah, I know, but that's a good thing though because we developed a real relationship, and
Exactly.
and so because I liked her and the other guys, it was like basically I called first dibs or something, you know what I mean? Or they just weren't attracted to her, I don't know, but they kind of all just like she's been one of the guys. She's in my fantasy football league. She's she's always been like that. So she's had her amazing games at Halo. She's not better than me. She will tell you I'm wrong, but I will tell you that I'm not. She's definitely not as good as me. But
My favorite weapon. What's your favorite weapon?
my favorite sword shotgun combo Halo 2 was my favorite, and then
Oh,
Halo Reach was my second favorite. But I actually really liked Halo 4 as well. Halo 3 was my least favorite, and I'll tell you
oh,
why. Because when it came out, I mean, we were upset. We wrote the guillotine about that game.
I I love
So
that.
we were obsessed, fucking obsessed with that game. So when 3 came out, it's like if you have a fucking Android phone and you go to an iPhone and you just are like, this is stupid. It's like, no, this is better, but you're so used to what you got. You know what I mean? But so to
Exactly.
me, I'll always be partial to Halo 2. And to answer the guy's question, obviously Xbox 360 is the way I go, or Xbox in general, Xbox One, But I haven't played my Xbox One nearly as much, just because I've been a lot more creative over the last couple of years, working on more
Yeah.
music than I used to, and fitness has become more of my hobby
Well, yeah.
than gaming. I used to game a lot more, and also because a lot of the way the games have gone now, I personally I play online. Fight night I would do online, but for the most part, to me, video games are a thing where we hung out and we did like we would get pizza and we play Halo for hours. I mean hours, and then we do shit like that, and then although I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, that's my other favorite.
The fourth one was it
Oh
scared
yeah,
the jump scares. Oh Lord.
that was
But
that.
Outlast is one of my favorite games. Also, and I think I brought it up before, but when you guys were on the tour bus and Craig and all you guys were like yelling when that guy gets you under the bed when you're not expecting it and pulls, like I enjoy that because it's
Yeah.
difficult because there's no weapons. You got to just hide and
That's
know what.
crazy. I've never played that. See, but for me, like I was saying, it's like it's about like a hangout type vibe. That's how games were to me. Which usually you
Yeah,
would think it's like a personal thing, but for me it was like we hang out and we fucking talk shit and it's awesome and we just go on for hours and we're just like, all right, dude, we're done. All right,
yeah,
one more and that's it. It was like that's how we would always play and it was fun. But most of the games now, especially with the first person shooters, when you get fucking Destiny, like Destiny kind of almost ended video games for me because once you couldn't have any type of split screen, it was
yeah.
like
That's not fun.
yeah,
That's
and because that became the fucking first person shooter game. So now
yeah.
that that's gone, it's just gone. You know what I mean? And before we
Like
could
my
do
son plays Overwatch, and he's always like, "Mommy, you wanna play?" And I'm like, "It's too much of a kid game for me. Like it just
yeah,
looks cartoony, and I'm just not interested." But like I said, that Outlast, I like Halo. That's on my top. I
And I
like
and I
Destiny.
don't know why the Call of Duty games didn't have as much of an effect either. It's very
I
weird.
was good at Call of Duty, and everyone's like, it's the same as Halo, and I'm like,
It's
no,
not. It's not.
it's not. It
There's
don't
like
have the Mauler in it. Like, if you don't have the Mauler, like, it's nothing
and
like
fucking
Halo.
like the jumping. The jumping is a huge part of Halo. Jumping
Yes.
is everything to Halo.
I know, and it's like the floating, jumping. It's not just an
Exactly.
instant. Yeah, and it helps, like,
Like
a
you just
lot.
pop up, and it was a little bit slower because the damage would accumulate a little more. You could recover from it, and whereas like Call of Duty's it's almost like if you're the first person shooting, you won the match like 90% of the time.
Yes.
Whereas in Halo, you could still get a chance to fucking move away, throw a grenade, and you could have epic battles in Halo.
Well,
Where
that
Call of
melee, I
Duty,
would use the shotgun,
oh,
shotgun to melee. That's it. That's the end of you.
instant combo, bam, done. Now I want to have
Yes.
a Halo tournament. See, what we used to do is we would get enough of us where we would do 4 on one fucking TV, connected into the other room. There'd be another TV, and we'd fucking battle out. Sometimes we do teams, but usually it's a free for all. Fucking like. Just like 16 people just fucking going at it. It was crazy. Like we had some good times with that. So for me,
Yes.
Xbox all day. Fucking Halo. I can't do PlayStations, man. The last PlayStation I played was fucking PS2 because once the controllers got real, just it's
Now, see,
gross.
Jesse, that's when he'd disagree. He's all PlayStation. I've always been
Ah,
Xbox. But then
dude.
he got me like into certain games that was only on PlayStation, and the graphics and stuff are better, but it's not about graphics for me. It's
No,
it's
it's not.
about the play, it's the, you know, camaraderie with your friends, and
Yeah,
I just,
exactly.
and my first thing was Mario, old school Mario. I even got
Of
the
course.
green mushroom, the one up. I got that tattooed on me for my
Oh wow,
first
you're
tattoo.
serious then. You're fucking legit game over fucking Kayla, dude.
Yes, and well, actually, it can't be game
The
over with me
one up
because I
Kayla.
got the one up. Exactly, I've always got an extra life. But then it went from that to Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh,
All of
dude, I wasted fucking so many summers with Tony Hawk, dude. Or
yes,
you
me
fucking
too.
you do the infinite fucking what is it manual or whatever? You fucking keep going and like, oh, dude, I could fucking put like a 5,000 trick combo in that and just keep going, just keep
Start
going.
sketching, then start grinding, and then getting
Oh
those
yeah.
letters and
And you're
skipping.
just like all right, dude. Like it's just like I'm just gonna land this. No, keep it going.
Exactly,
It was
exactly.
crazy. I had some
It
awesome
was.
times. Actually, when I met Jordan, he would like tell me the story. He'd be like, dude, when I went to fuck or like what do you say? When I got suspended from school or expelled, all I did was fucking play Tony Hawk because I was on house arrest. I'm like, and he kept telling this story, and he was supposedly amazing. And we're like, wow. And I never played it. Played it. He was amazing. I'm like, wow, he's not lying. And within a
Yes,
day or
yes.
two, I fucking destroyed him. I was
But
like,
I've never played like the Underground. It was more like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, like 3 and 4 back
yeah.
then.
Oh yeah,
But
dude, it's crazy.
anything over that, I got, that's when, I just started like getting out of games, and then I got Mortal Kombat, and then that just got me hooked
Oh
again. And
yeah.
then,
You
you
know what?
know,
And for me, it's like I there's games that I do like, I don't love. Like I really like Madden. I have some good times with Madden, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? And then there's like a couple other things. Like everyone has some fun with Grand Theft Auto and all that, but it's those aren't
I
my
don't like Grand
go-to.
Theft Auto. My
Grand Theft
son loves
Auto's
it.
cool where you just go. It's perfect for kids because there's like no real challenge. Like it is, but since it's open ended, kids love that because they don't have to get frustrated. They just
Well,
go
it's
and just start
terrible as a
doing shit.
mother to be like, kill that hooker. She's got money on her.
Yeah,
And they just
yeah,
like, okay. And I'm like, oh, Lord, is this bad parenting or good parenting?
yeah.
Like,
That's the eternal struggle, dude. But like I think with that game, it kind of relates to Minecraft a little bit, and where you
oh,
can
God,
kind of
love
you have your
that.
own little world where it goes. And
Yes.
I PC gaming, or whatever you call it, I've never gone into that at
I
all.
I
I've
used
never
to play
entered that
World of
realm.
Warcraft with my ex. He used to make me a druid to heal him because he is a
Don't even
warlock,
know what
and
that means.
the druid. I mean, I used to be like forced to play it, and I absolutely hate World of Warcraft. Like, to
Ugh.
anyone out there who likes it, whatever, that's your thing. But
Well, there's a lot of people too that like it. I
it,
don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't
it's
get it.
pointless. And I mean, I mean,
You know, I'll tell you
literally,
why. Because it's like if you have video games. I used to say this all the time too. It's bringing back all these memories. That's crazy. I used to like. I would equate. Okay, when you play like say sports games, you probably like a bro. You're an athlete type guy, and so this is like the one game that you'll buy or whatever. And so
yes,
that's kind of like drinking beer, and then playing like Grand Theft Auto and fucking those types of games. That's like smoking weed. And now you're doing
yeah,
and now you're in Halo and shooter games. Now you're trying to do cocaine. And but when you go and you play World of Warcraft, you are a
like
full
smoking
blown
crack.
fucking heroin, meth, fucking crackhead. Like that is the most fucking, and it sucks people's lives away. I
Oh,
when I was like first touring, when we did our first, well, actually not technically first, but our first full Warp Tour was in 2007, and I was crashing with my friend Pat, and he had a roommate, and they worked together and stuff, and they would come home at the same time, and I just like I bought a futon, and I just fucking I slept in the living room and stuff, and they were totally cool with it. They didn't care at all. Like I gave them $100 one time. I'm like, here, thanks for letting me crash for a few weeks,
yeah.
and they just like I came back from tour and it was still there. They never touched it. So I was like, oh, you guys are cool. And at the time, that was the best thing ever. I would lose my mind if I did that now. But
Exactly.
anyways, Anthony would come over. He'd get home, go straight to his room, boom, Warcraft, all day, all night, till like 4 in the morning, and sleep for like an hour and go to work. I mean, it consumed him. And before that, we all hung out and yeah, we played Halo and we'd go do shit. We'd go places. But
Yes.
once he got into that game, we lost our friend. I'm serious. Like we stopped
No,
being
I
friends.
understand that.
It's crazy. Like he was
Well,
gone after that.
my ex's his character is a warlock, and he like leveled it so much, did all the bracers, the bracelets, all the crap you need. His character, someone offered to buy it for $1,400. That's how bad it is. And I'm like,
Wow, that's
why? Like,
outrageous.
yeah, it's like, why not just build your own? Like, to me, that's cheating in a way too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, and I
Oh
told him, sell
no,
it,
no,
sell
stop it. Stop it.
it. Yeah,
That's it's unethical but not cheating, you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
cheating, fuck that.
yeah,
All
exactly.
right, dude. Well, I'm gonna get bouncing, dude, because I gotta fucking eat and hang out with my babies and all that. But hey, thanks for fucking being my co-host. Basically, sometimes
That's awesome, man.
I like this shit. It's never just like one question or whatever. It's always like let's fucking just investigate life together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I love that.
For
I
sure.
like how we can talk to. At first, I was nervous. Now I'm like, I feel like you're my friend, and I can just sit there and ask you certain
I'm your
questions and talk
fucking
to you. So,
therapist, is what I am.
yes, and I love that. I love that.
And
Thank you.
that's
That's
kind of
there.
my I'll always say that, but I feel like in life my job is to make people smile, and I take that job fairly seriously, and I like to it's like a responsibility to be that entertainment. You do need it in life, and especially you understand that sometimes shit gets dark and you want to fucking just enjoy life. So while I'm home, I could just be selfish and just do my thing and just like whatever, just
Yes,
practice drums and then not talk to anybody and disappear until the next tour. But it's like, no, dude, like there's still this whole little network of fucking fans where we could connect in different ways, and that's what I wanted to do. So,
exactly.
and it's never like I listened to Joe Rogan. I was listening to him today. It's like, dude, the long format is the best way to go because it's a simple one note answer. It's just not gonna cut it. So yeah,
Yes.
but anyways, with that, dude, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna answer a couple questions in this chat. So thanks again for being
Okay.
on.
Well, hey, if you got when you guys come in concert, I hope to see you and or hang out with you guys for a little bit. That'd be awesome, me and
Of
Jesse.
of
Like I would. That'd be awesome.
of course, dude. Of course, dude. We'll go get some lunch. How about this? Where are you watching us at?
I am. Well, I'm up in my bedroom right now, but I'm
No, not
in
right now, but the show,
the show.
the concert,
Oh, not Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Okay, so find me a fucking boxing gym and we'll go, and you guys could help me document my vlogs and stuff, and we'll and then maybe Jesse will fight me. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll fight you.
We'll hang out, we'll get some lunch together, and all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? And then
Dude,
we'll
that'd be
enjoy the
awesome.
show. So hopefully I'll see you then. All right, Kayla, I'm out. We'll
All
see
right,
you.
bye, man. You
Peace.
have a good night.
All right. So yeah, just real quick. Sorry, that's I know Kayla took up the whole fucking show, but it's all good. Whoever just messaged me, we'll get you in next time, dude. Don't worry. Sebi. You know what? Fuck it. I'll bring you on since you're super cool. I'll bring you on and answer a quick question. Let me see. Alice, though, my favorite song of Selena. There's a few. It changes all the time, but Covarde right now is my favorite one.
Oh, hey.
Hello, Sebi. Nice to hear from you again. You got to call in a little earlier next time so that we can
Um,
get you on and spend a little more time together. But you're here, and so hopefully I'll get
yes.
enough before I leave. But I wanted to bring you on just because you're here. So, what's up? No camera today?
Yes. I don't know how I look.
No, it's okay.
Ah,
We could just do. Oh, there he is. Ah, you look fine,
yeah.
man. You look fine. Let me
Well,
see. Boom, there he is, dude, with his creepy
Iron
dark.
Maiden.
But anyways, what's up, man? You have some questions. Let's hear them.
Yes, I have the Google Übersetz translator. I don't know where it is. My question is, do you look for the sightings in Graz when you are in Graz?
Yes, I think what you're asking is, like to go and see things, right? And to go like adventures and that kind of thing.
Yes. Yes, I know. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to. And like I just told Game Over Kayla, when I'm in Tennessee, I would love to hang out with her. When I'm in Graz, if you want to show me around, TJ and Thrasher, we always go everywhere. We go take selfies in front of every statue, every beautiful
Yeah.
mountain, all that. We love all that food. We love to find really good food. Um, so when we're there, if you want to take us around and show us, please help us show us.
Mhm.
I want to learn. I want to see things. So yes, I would love to. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have sent you on Skype a picture of grass. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
let's
one of the sightings.
let me see. Let me see. Where is it? I did see it. I don't think I can get to it right now. Wait, there it is. Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
I think I've been there. Where is the venue? Is it in a mountain where the concert is?
no, no, this is it's in the
Wow.
center,
Okay. Wow, that's
nearby
beautiful.
the yeah, you play nearby the central station, train station.
Okay, so it's in the city, in the town. Okay, yeah. Well, when we're there, would you show us around and show us all the city and some find some good food?
Yeah, we have in on 15th of October we have Kentucky Fried Chicken,
No.
the
No.
first ever in Graz.
No, we have Kentucky Fried Chicken in America. No, thank you. I want some real Austrian food. I want authentic food. Like, tell your mom to cook for us, dude. Will your mom cook for
Yeah.
us?
Yes,
Yeah,
she will.
tell her, dude. That'd be awesome. All right, man. Well, hey, it's getting late, so I gotta go. Did you
Yeah.
have one more thing you wanted to ask too, or is that it?
Um, when you are in Graz, eat a Wiener Schnitzel when you
Wiener
in
Schnitzel.
yes.
Okay,
Which one?
that I can do. That I can do. So hey, man, next time message me a little bit earlier, and I'll get you on and stuff. So I gotta go. My babies are screaming, so it's time to go see them. So yeah,
Okay.
it's always about the same time, which is about 5 p.m. Pacific time, around there. So yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we'll see you Is it Sebi? Is that how you say your name, Sebi?
Yes, Sebastian.
Sebastian. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll call you Sebi or whatever. I don't know. Cool. I like
Sure.
your shirt too. I was
Oh,
gonna listen to that today. Killers. Look, I
a
also
tango song.
I'll even show you my phone. Check this out, dude. It's like the last thing I downloaded on my phone too.
Okay.
Watch. Look at that. Oh no, I
Oh, I
got
must go for
these
work in 2 hours.
these are my last stuff I was like just listening to Iron Maiden. You can see it right there.
Yeah, that's from Rattlesnake.
That's crazy, right? Right on. Oh yeah, I know where it is. Okay, cool. All right, man. We'll see you
Yeah.
next time, dude.
Okay. See you. Bye.
Thanks for calling in. Later. Awesome. We got people from all over the world tuning in. It's great. You guys are like a awesome little family here. So I'll just answer a couple more right here in the chat before I leave officially. Um, Let me see. Emmett asks, and thanks again for joining, Emmett. And you've lasted this long. It's pretty cool. It gets you start to miss this. You like this camaraderie after a while. I love podcasts, man. That's just so weird. It just like just these characters and discussions can just go in so many ways. It's very interesting. It could be dumb and mundane, or we could talk about spirituality and the Bible and stuff. You know, it just can go anywhere. But anyways, Emmett asked, as you record your new content, how do you find the confidence to believe that it is sounding awesome enough to release to the fans? Well, I'll answer this very simply. Musicians are like simultaneously the most insecure, arrogant pieces of shit you'll ever meet. They both outrageously arrogant, outrageously insecure. They constantly need some kind of affirmation for people to tell them how great they are or how great what they're doing is. It's very like you need that, or else you just feel like you're wasting your fucking time. But at the same time, you have the confidence to put it out there. So how do I know when it's sounding awesome enough to release? For me, it's almost never awesome enough. I always am like, you could ask my band members. I'm the most fickle fucking guy in the band. I never like anything. Nothing's ever good enough. I was talking to a friend of mine today about fitness and stuff. I talk shit and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm doing better than you. I'm getting shredded, and you're being lazy. You're drinking beer. We have fun with it. And they're like, oh, well, you're just being arrogant. I'm like, no, I'm not being arrogant. I'm insecure, and that's why I work so fucking hard, because I look at my results and I go, it's not good enough. It's never good enough. So usually it takes an outside ear to tell us, hey, that's great. And we just run out of time, and we just got to do it. We just got to go, because you will never find it perfect. So at some point, you do need those deadlines. You do need to say, hey, man, it's time. There's been a couple times where we go, that's fucking dope. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. All right, last one. Let me see. There was kind of one too. Where did it go? This was the one I want to answer. From Alexi Barnes. Whatever happened to the 3D live video you guys recorded? I don't fucking know, man. I honestly, like, we did that, and it was supposed to be this like thing, and like I don't know. I've never seen it. I have no idea what the end product looks like. It was just this, I think it was the directors, which Craig directed that video, was for Alive, the music video, and he needed a co-director because there's, a lot of the logistics that he didn't really know how to run, so we needed someone who would help him while Craig really maintains the vision. And I think part of what that guy's sales pitch was like, okay, while I'm helping you direct, we can also do this other thing, which will be huge, and it'll be all this thing. And I never saw the end product. I just never did. I don't know what happened. So I think it was just the fucking other director just trying to fucking sell his bullshit, maybe. I don't know. So anyways, hey guys, I'm out. We'll see when we come back again, probably tomorrow. Just keep a lookout on my Instagram and all my socials and all that, and we'll let you know. So this has been Hey Rob. Great conversation, Kayla. Appreciate it. Sebi, get to me earlier next time, and we'll have a little bit longer conversation. Your English is good. Peace out, guys. We'll see you.